Welcome to the battlefield. This is Kormega chess.
Okay, welcome back. It's your boy Kormega, and I've got another title player scalp that I'd like to share. I'm especially proud of this because I was playing the Sicilian Wing Gambit against a national master in a bullet game situation, 1 minute bullet game situation, and it seemed he's rated like 2,700 and something, so it was crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to go through the game again and emphasize the importance of solid pawn structures, because I think that was one of the reasons that I could navigate this game comfortably, even in somewhat, I wouldn't say complicated, but not very familiar positions. So we'll go into it immediately. We started off with e4, c5, it's typical Sicilian, and I played the Wing Gambit b4. It's become my signature move now. He takes, and then I develop my center, put 2 pawns in the center there. And then he plays e6. I think that's a that's a passive continuation. As black, I've seen people play queen a5, people play d5 and a bit, a few more aggressive things to just sort of throw me off. But that didn't happen here. He played e6, which I think is safe. I played a3. He takes, take, d5. And then I advance my e pawn. This is the perfect situation for me because right now there's nothing to oppose my pawn from going forward, and for me to create that pawn chain, that beautiful, lovely pawn chain in the center. He plays knight c6, I play c3. And then he develops, I develop as well. My bishop eyeing his king side in the event that he castles there. He plays h5, so it's a street fight at this point, and there's no pretending otherwise. I play knight e2, knight f5, 0-0. I still like to castle. Even in a street fight, I will still try to obey the principles of the game, especially against a national master and someone with, the ELO rating at 2,700 plus. He plays h4. I play knight f4. He plays a6, h3 to stop the advance of that pawn, and then just to basically see what he wants to do. So I move my queen up here. The plan is to sack this knight on d5, removing one of the protectors of the knight, leaving my bishop able to capture his knight after the fact, but that didn't happen. He saw that, so he protected his knight again with g6. I move my queen to e2, still waiting to see what will happen. Then he plays queen c7. I defend the pawn because once he unmasks the knight, he has a free attack on the pawn. Knight a5. I bring my knight because I'm trying to maneuver my knight to the other side of the board. Plays b5. And I continue my journey with the knight. He brings his other knight, and I'm beginning to feel a bit suffocated here. Black actually has a really good position in my opinion. So I think this is the time for me to let go of some heavy load. So I exchange and free up the position slightly. In my opinion, I think black is slightly ahead here, but I keep on playing. It's bullet. Knight h5. The plan of knight h5 is to destabilize his king. I could do that with a check here, or if he tries to defend that with his bishop, I can bring the knight here for a check. So he brings his bishop to e7 as I thought, and I check on g7, knight g7. He moves his king away. I bring my knight back. His work is done. Now his king is permanently in the center, and he's not going to be able to castle, and hopefully that will give me the opportunity to mount an attack. He brings bishop b5. I bring my knight back. He plays a5. That means he's pushing his pawn down. He wants to march on aggressively. He plays a5. I bring my other rook into play, attacking his bishop. He hides his bishop. I attempt to double up my rooks to intercept the pawn that's coming down aggressively on the a file. And then I have 3 attackers on the pawn now, and he has 2 defenders. Now, the tricky thing about this position is that he can't easily defend again with his queen, and that works out in my favor. So he plays something else. I move my king away. There's no rush. And then he moves his queen. I take the pawn, and he ignores. Now, on second thoughts, I probably shouldn't have played that. I probably should have come with something like rook here to exchange off the rooks from the board. But I wasn't thinking that way during the game. Bishop times bishop, king times bishop, and then rook to a7. I don't know where I read it. I think it was in a in the book Queen's Gambit by Walter Tevis, where there was a chess player who said a rook on the 7th rank is like a bone in the throat. And it stuck with me ever since I read that book. Boom, queen. I exchange queens, and my back rank is looking a bit vulnerable here. But I play on. King up. He brings his other rook into play. I bring my other rook up. You know, now I have two rooks attacking his bishop. He defends, and I bring my other knight into play. The plan is to bring my knight here and attack the bishop as well. And at this point, it's a lost game, really. I made a mistake there. The better move would have been knight times bishop, and that would have sealed his fate. However, I played rook times, and at this point, he resigned. Actually, he ran out of time. I tell a lie, he ran out of time. And one thing that remains even till the end of the game is the pawn chain in the center of the board. Obviously, I ignored that when I had an obvious positional and material advantage on the board. But I can't stress enough how having a solid framework in terms of pawn structure will help you navigate the game better. Once you have that set up, you don't have to worry about it, and the moves you need to make to defend it will come automatically because it's very simple. You just have to defend the diagonals and make sure the pawn chain is intact, and that's all. And you can always work around that, build your attack around that. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with you with another video next time. Keep playing chess.
Welcome to the battlefield. This is Kormega Chess.